Okay, so guys, today I'll be sharing a very simple daily setup for this game. I'm not saying this is the best daily routine already, because honestly, once we reach endgame, this will probably change. But the goal for this video is simple. I just want to show you what my dailies actually look like, so you can see the bigger picture of the game and decide for yourself if this is really time consuming or not. So again, I'm not here to answer the question for you. You just watch the routine, you see how long it takes, and you will be the judge, okay? But anyway guys, before we continue, quick words from our sponsor, Lagofast. This is the app I personally use when I'm downloading and playing early access games. And also, aside from improving my connection and lowering my ping, it also helped me translate the game into English or into any language I want, which somehow kind of give me that early access vibe before they release in global. So if you're interested in this app, I'll just leave the link in the description. So first, we need to understand one important mechanic in this game. There is something like stamina, very similar to Odin's blessing from ROX. Yeah, but I'll explain this more deeply in a separate video. But for now, just know that this stamina is mainly used for AFK farming. And to get this stamina, you need to reach 100 activity points. And you get those activity points by doing different contents in the game. So basically, this is where your dailies actually start. Now, the first thing, and this is very common in Ragnarok games, is the board quest, guys. You can do 5 board quests every day, and the best ones are the orange quests because they give better XP and better loot. You can re-roll your quests if you want to look for orange ones. And the really good thing here, guys, is that this is literally one-click thing. Like once you start the board quest, your character will automatically do all the 5 quests. Like you don't need to keep clicking or moving manually. Just click once and that's it. You just need to wait for a while. And after the board quest, we move on to the daily dungeons. On your first clear, you get your first clear rewards and your attempt won't even be consumed, which is really nice for early days. But guys, daily, you have a total of dungeon attempts, and inside the dungeon, you have normal and hard difficulty. So for normal, you can actually do this solo using an AI party, and they're surprisingly strong, guys. They actually never die based on my experience. And for hard difficulty, you need to party with real players because you cannot use AI here. But of course, the rewards here in hard mode are much better. So if you have friends playing this one, then choosing hard mode is the best option every day. But for your daily sequence, guys, just try to read your situation. Like for example, if you feel like you're just one level away from unlocking a higher dungeon, then I suggest you do other daily content first so that you can level up and then just come back to this dungeon later. But either way, this dungeon is part of your daily routine. So after finishing the board quest and daily dungeon, you should already reach 100 activity points, and at this point, you can now claim your rewards. And on top of that, this is also where you get your stamina or your Odin's blessing in ROX, which we'll be using later when you do AFK farming. But for the dailies, guys, we're not done yet, so let's keep going. One of the next thing you can do daily is the PvP content. So here, you will usually be matched with players of the same class as you. Most of the time, you will have the option to pick weaker opponents, but if you're confident, you can also fight stronger ones. And fighting stronger players gives you better ranking and better rewards, so it really depends on how comfortable you are. Next, we have this daily quest, and this one is also super easy, guys. Like once you start it, your character will automatically go to the NPCs to buy the required materials and then deliver them and then move on to the next NPC and then buy again. That's why even though it's 10 quests, you literally just click once and come back later. It's very chill, guys. And after that, guys, we have something like guild contribution. Here you'll be submitting different materials in exchange of rewards, and at the same time, this will help your guild grow. Like the more members do this thing daily, the more fans your guild will have. Now, one of the most important daily contents is the dead branch quest. Every day you need to summon mini bosses and elite bosses. You can do this by searching manually on the map, but honestly that takes way too much time. The better way to do this is to form a 5-man party where everyone brings one dead branch for mini bosses and one for elite bosses. Like you summon them one by one and then you kill them together, and just like that you finish your daily minis and daily elites. And guys, dead branches are actually not that expensive either. They're around the same price as Ridicon and Elunium, so this method is actually very efficient. Next, guys, is the MVP hunting, and this is something I usually combine with AFK farming because MVP respawns every hour, meaning you can't really finish them all in one sitting. What I usually do is do something like semi-AFK farm first, then when an MVP respawn, I post my AFK and I go to that MVP and hit that boss, and then just go back to AFK farming again after that. And the good thing here in this game is that you only need to hit the MVP once to get participation rewards. And you can do this, guys, 3 times a day. But of course, guys, if you're strong and your party ranks higher, you get better rewards. But take note, if someone already used all of their 3 MVP attempts, even if they join your party, they won't add points to your party anymore. So this is probably the game's way of preventing MVP abuse, especially from whales. Finally, guys, after all of that, I just go back to AFK farming. And for the monster I choose, I usually pick ones close to my level. But if you want to be more competitive on this part, you can test different mobs and compare how much XP you get before spending all your Odin's blessing or your blessings. And speaking of Odin's blessing, that's exactly what we'll be talking about in the next video. And guys, actually I already started working on that one. And if you're watching this late, like maybe during global release, that video should already be available. So just click the video that appears on your screen and we'll go deeper into stamina or Odin's blessing in this game. Alright.